Hello, Gaeri Summer speaking. I've gotten back from London, haven't quite finished unpacking yet, but I just want to give you a short update on how things went, because I've got numerous messages about it. Now, for those of you not in the know, I spent the weekend in London to meet with other European YouTubers for the YouTube gathering. I thought it was time to make a next step, meet some of the people I've befriended on the internet in real life. And it's been a great weekend. I've had a really good time. I definitely want to do something like this again. But as some of you may have heard and others have asked me, the YouTube gathering as such was cancelled. Now I'd like to give you a bit of background info on this, right? So what it was, actually the plan was to meet in a certain pub called the Phoenix at 4 PM on Saturday. And a lot of things started speaking against that. For one thing, we did get a lot of cancellations. People who first said they'd come suddenly didn't or couldn't or whatever, and a lot of these were really short notice. So the original number of people that we thought we could definitely count on really decreased dramatically on like Saturday morning. And on top of all that, Chi, who's our main organizer, his grandfather suddenly died. Well, not suddenly, well, recently. It was earlier in the week, but he was actually so far away that they didn't get in touch with Chi until the weekend. So he was really struck by that death in his family, not in a top mood. We talked about all this, and I think people don't realize how much effort Chi and Kazad actually put into this. Like, Chi organized this pub. They don't usually open on Saturdays. He asked them to open just for us, set up an internet connection so we could be live and broadcast during the gathering. Kazad spoke to Stickcam, and they actually announced the entire event as a live broadcast on, I think, the Stick'em producers page or something, and lots of people on Stick'em were getting ready for the gathering as well. But in the end, we're kind of just, well, on the one hand disappointed by the, all the cancellations. On the other hand, obviously, Chi wasn't in the best of mood, and so in the end, we decided to cancel the gathering, short notice in its current form. Now, I'm really sorry to everybody who waited in Stickcam and it never happened, and anybody who may have spontaneously come by to the Phoenix and found it closed, who just hadn't told us they'd be coming before, who just found out from the homepage or whatever. I'm really sorry to all you people, but I'm sure you can understand that we needed some form of organization, some solid data that we could give that pub, so they could open just for us. And if it just had been like a few of us waiting there for someone to show or not show up, the entire event would have really turned out to be sucky, I think. So instead we contacted those people that gave us definite assurance that they'd come, and we met at another bar in the Docklands actually, and we got a hold of Kyran and of Paper Lilies, and they came and we met just a small group of friends here in the Docklands, and had a really great evening there, just discussing YouTube and general stuff, and it turned out to be really nice. So that's basically what went down. The consequences this may have on any future gatherings that any of you may be planning, or that I might be planning, I or Eric will discuss with you on another video, alright? But this was just a quick update to tell you what happened. I'd really like to thank Chi and Kazad for the wonderful weekend. They've been great hosts. I've rarely had a weekend trip turn out this wonderful, so thanks for that. I'd like to thank Kyran, who showed up and on his overpriced Oyster card, and Bryony for traveling down all the way from the north of London. Took her like 1.5 hours to travel down to the Docklands. Thanks to you as well, Bryony. We of course took tons of footage, not just from that evening, but from my entire London trip. Eric's gonna want to edit and make a nice movie or two out of that, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, this was just a quick update to let people know what was up. Okay, thanks, bye bye.